Greetings, you all. Happy Friday again. I'm back because my last video had a lot of little technical stuff because I was trying to use a new microphone, and as much as I want to have professional things, I still have to just be able to be myself because the technology is amazing. It is amazing, and it can be too much, and this phone and camera and everything work well enough for me to not need to add other things to it. And sometimes I just like to do the most. I really do. I like fucking gadgets. I really love gadgets. They are amazing. And one of the things that I love in my Mercury retrograde book, it's called Unleashing the Revolution. Unleashing the revolution, right? Because we are in a revolutionary time, and the revolution really is inside of us. I think Gil Scott-Heron said the revolution will not be televised, and it's not televised, but it is your responsibility to bring what's inside of you out. And now there's so many gadgets and so much technology that allow me to bring my ideas out, where historically I just had to shut up because people didn't get it, or astrology was the devil, or you're too weird, but now I can create all sorts of things because there's technology to hold it, and I get to bring it out, and I'm so excited about it. So I'm coming back though because my last video was not technologically, like, you couldn't hear the sound at the beginning. So I was like, let me just do it over because I want you guys to get the astrology. So happy Venus Day. Today is the day that I ask for donations. If you want to give a donation, you can do that at Cash App, which is $Monique Ruffin, or at Venmo, which is @Monique-Ruffin, or PayPal, MoniqueCRuffin@gmail.com. So with that, today is a Venus Day. Venus is currently at the 22nd degree of Taurus, and Venus is the energy of food and music and relationship. It really is about feeling good, and that is the key to everything, you all. Like, your ability to feel good. I know there was a time when I used to think my ability to feel good was based upon external circumstances, and so I never felt good, or I wouldn't feel good for long. I would feel good when somebody liked me. I wouldn't feel good when somebody didn't like me. I would feel good when I had money. I wouldn't feel good when I didn't have money. I would feel good if the sun was shining. I wouldn't feel good if it was raining. Just all these sort of things that were based on external experience. And that Venus in Taurus is based upon you being able to create your own sense of goodness from deep within you. And it's your responsibility to get clear about what that is. If you can go listen to my other video, I talk about the responsibility of the feminine to create the reality based upon her inner power, her knowing. And many of us don't understand how powerful and how much knowing we have. So we have been foregoing our own capacity to create, our knowledge of it, our understanding of how it's meant to work. We have been just giving it away because the culture has designed it that way. Because we have so much power that if we had our power, whew, Lord have mercy, no one would have any power if we had our power. But in that video, I talk about how women have to understand that every person on the planet is alive because some woman said you get to live. And, I don't want to, like, it was very funny when I was saying it earlier, but it's the truth. Like, everyone exists because their mother didn't abort them. Their mother said, on some level, she said, I want this baby, because the baby has to live in your body. And even if you don't have to go to a doctor to have an abortion, you can think, like, I don't want this baby. I know a lot of people have been born by women who didn't want them. And I know it's heartbreaking, all that kind of shit. But to be pregnant and to not have access to the resources to have an abortion if you want it is, wow, that tree is amazing. Goodness gracious. Is not a good thing. But women don't understand how our power works. So that is why they've convinced us that we need them to have abortions. Because if we understood our power, we would literally just be able to say no thank you to our womb, and our womb would let go of whatever is coming, with whatever's there. That's how powerful we are. We just don't believe it. Y'all gotta see the trees. I gotta let y'all see the trees. Look at that. She is a badass motherfucker. Look at her. She's like, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. All right. Look at this one right over here. Look at this one. I got your back. I got your back. I got the one in the back. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love these trees. Okay. So as women, it is very important for us to understand the nature of our power. And the simple ways that it shows up is, look at this one. The simple ways that it shows up is that you give birth. You say yes to life. That if you don't want the life to come, the life can't come. So everybody here came because a woman said, look at that one in the background. A woman said, this little motherfucker gets to come through me. That's why you exist. Because some woman said, I'm gonna let this person live. That's it. Okay. So based on that, we need to know how we feel, how our power works. And Venus in Taurus is really having command of your sensory system. There's a book by Octavia Butler. Maybe it's I don't know. I can't think of the name of it right now because her books have they just fuck me up. They do. But the character is able to command her body by thought. She's able to talk to her organs. That's what we're supposed to be able to do. That's normal. That's what we're meant to do. And we're doing it already. It's just in reverse. We're making ourselves sick. We're giving ourselves fibroids, all that kind of shit, right? So the Cancer energy is highly creative energy. The sun is in Cancer. The moon is in Leo. It's asking you to organize your energy, to know how your energy works, to know how you feel, to know what you're creating. And I see artists doing this all the time in this external way. But because they organize their minds and create structures and systems, it's also organizing their bodies, which also grows your power. It gives your power systems to flow through when you have a relationship to how your energy is meant to function, to how your energy works. So that's it. That's the message, really. Like, to organize your energy, understand your emotions, your feelings, your sensory systems. I mean, this stuff is very important. Let me see if I can give you guys an example of something that it's showing up in my life. Like a year or so ago or two, I started reprogramming my sensory system. We have sinuses and all those problems, right? And I started using Rap-A to totally blow out my sensory system and create a new one, because we will grow a new one, like the fascia in the body. It will become something new. You can heal yourself, but you have to heal yourself through loving yourself and speaking to yourself and honoring yourself. And then the cells in you, the thousands of cells, the membranes, the memories start to wake up, and they're like, oh, she's listening, she's paying attention, and your intuition gets stronger. And now I can think of somebody and they come immediately, or I can want some, because okay, let me see the trees. So Lord have me, these trees be showing off. Look at that one. Oh, no. Behind the one, I mean, there's so many of them. Y'all like, which one you talking about? Look at these three over here. They're so tall. Like, they're like the two buildings. They're just gorgeous. Okay. All right, y'all. So it's the mastery of the sensory system, and it's a very real thing. When the gymnasts, not this last Olympics, what's her name? The gymnast who's the black woman, who's everything, Dominique. No, I think Dominique is old. Anyway, what's the woman now? The gymnast, she had to drop out of the Olympics because she said her system was off. And when I looked at the documentary, I understand what she means now, because there's a knowing inside of you. There's a living system. Many of us are just not connected to it. And that's what Venus and Taurus, it's your intuition. Simone Biles, yes. It tells you, it's like, oh, this is good, or this is dangerous. Like I did a video the other day where I was talking about how when I was growing up, I would be in a space and I would hear a voice in my head say, you need to leave now. Like my stomach would do something, or I would have a feeling, and when I would leave, then the next day I would hear that somebody got shot, or that's a part of you. That is it's an instinctual, intuitive knowing. And women have this in humongous capacities, but we are deeply cut off from it. We are deeply cut off from it, which allows everyone else to commandeer our power, which is why we say yes when we mean no. You know, there's so many ways that we are doing this to ourselves. And this is Venus and Taurus. And what I'm saying is learn to organize your energy. Get in touch with it. Go into nature. You can do it. Like I have some friends who can taste, they'll be eating something like, oh, I taste cardamom. And I'm like, oh, I don't have that. Like, I don't have that connection. I can't taste cardamom. I can't. So I had to go strengthen my sensory system. My senses were dull. Our senses are dull, and you need them. You need them. They are a part of your intuition, your psychic abilities, your capacity to manifest. You need that stuff. We have given it away through religion, through race stuff. We have given it to others, and they are using our power. Men are using it. We are loving them. We are like, I need him. He's so this. And what you're doing is casting your power into this masculine being and giving him your power. That's what we do when we get married. When we marry and we sign these contracts of marriage, you literally giving him your power. You now belong to him. That's why it's ownership. It's a form of ownership. So we have to become owners of ourselves once again, so that we can be who we're meant to be, to create the world that we're meant to create. Because if we don't own ourselves, we procreate with people who are not aligned to us. That's what we do. We procreate with people who are not aligned to us, and we create the world that we're creating now. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Peace and blessings. Thank you for your donations. If you want to donate, you can do so at Cash App, which is $ Monique Ruffin, or Venmo @ Monique-Ruffin, or PayPal, MoniqueCRuffin@gmail. And you can go to my Linktree and purchase the Mercury Retrograde Workbook, or go to my website at Heal with Moon Mama. Go to Heal with Moon Mama and purchase the Unleash the Revolution. Your voice, your power, your time. All right. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.